It's story time with your favorite weekly video created by Odie's Gym. This week, I'll be sharing an inspirational story about a little frog. Once upon a time, long ago, there was a little frog who moved to a new town and didn't really know anybody. But upon his arrival, he read a poster that said there was going to be an upcoming race to the top of a nearby hill. The little frog arrived on the day of the race, and it was a scorching hot day. When he got to the starting line, he noticed that he was even smaller than he thought. All the other frogs were huge, but he'd been training very hard his whole life, so he knew he had what it took to win. When the gun went off, the little frog fell way behind all the other frogs who were literally leaping over him. But he maintained a steady pace and focused on his training, and as the race wore on, the sun got hotter, and the frogs started to literally fall like flies. The older frogs who were watching the race told the little frog to give up, that he would never make it. And as he passed the other frogs on the path to the top, they started yelling at him that he was too small, it was too hot, and it was too far and far too high to ever complete the race. Soon enough, the heat became so unbearable that all the frogs had dropped out of the race, except the little frog. And by this point, all the other frogs were yelling at him to give up. But the little frog kept pressing on. The yells became louder. Even the frog medics were yelling up to him, "You'll never do it!" But eventually, he made it to the top of the hill and was the only one that finished the race. When the race was over, the little frog met back up with the other frogs, and they had all these questions about his training and how he was so strong to make it all the way up to the top despite the conditions. But the little frog just looked at them with a blank stare. It was at that moment that the other frogs realized the little frog was deaf. He could not hear the other frogs when they were yelling at him to stop the race, that it was too hot or too far, or that he was too small. He couldn't hear them at all. Remember this story when you're faced with a tough challenge and others doubt you. Often when people doubt you, they're externalizing their own neuroses about their self-doubt. So let them speak, but be deaf to their false words on your way to the top. Thanks for watching my weekly video. I hope you enjoyed the frog story. Please share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and contact me at odiesgym.com.